Welcome to Stock Talk with Josh and Nico. This is episode 34. We have a returning guest, Ryan Fisher, who is now coming on the show for his second time. He was once on the show back in the day on episode 4, and he has come again to join us once again.
Round of applause, Ryan. Thank you
back,
for coming
baby.
back.
I'm back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I thought we were made a horrible first impression, so he never wanted to see us again. So it's good to see you back. Good to see you back, though.
Thanks for having me.
So Ryan, tell us about how is the stock market been lately for you? How are your investments, and what are you doing out there?
Well, right now everything's on sale right now, so it's
That's
definitely a good time to start buying.
That's right.
I've been buying.
Have you been doing more buying or selling in the last couple of weeks?
I haven't sold anything in over a year.
Really?
And I've slowly been buying, but I think there's going to be a bigger dip because the Feds are going to keep raising rates at least one more time. I think once they raise rates one more time, then I'll be a heavy buyer.
Okay. Interesting.
So what was the last stock that you sold?
I sold Bazoon last year. If you watched the last podcast, you know I was preaching the stock.
Yeah.
But I lost heavy on it, and
Me too.
I used it as a tax credit, so it took out most of my gains.
Yeah, and actually, all the Chinese stocks actually went down so much.
Yeah.
So how are you looking overall at Chinese stocks now?
I'm not looking at them all. I'm really not that interested. with everything on sale right now, there's a lot better stuff to buy right now. There's a lot more A stocks compared to Chinese stocks for probably like a C or maybe even a D.
Right.
Okay, so what's you say AA stocks, things like that. So you have an A, B, C, the kind of list. So
Yeah, just like the large caps you probably heard of. Like,
how do you describe an A stock?
yeah.
they make money, they pay a dividend, just like the
Okay.
large blue chip stock. Like
So by A, are you saying it's safer, or are you saying it has more room for growth to make more money?
both safer U.S. stock.
Well, okay. How would you put? Would you put What's your letter grading for Teladoc Health and for Disney?
Disney's probably an A.
Okay.
Teladoc's probably a C.
Really?
Let's see.
Yeah, they don't make money.
That's true. Okay. What about
So
Coinbase?
Coinbase is just like a large growth stock. They don't. It's just like a lot of growth is speculative with them.
Yeah.
There's not. There's just they're trying to predict the future with all this crypto and shit like that.
Right.
So I wouldn't buy Coinbase.
okay, so you're gonna always you usually take the stock that's already well known,
Yeah,
already established over some that has a little bit more potential.
Yeah, I would buy Boeing, Target, J.P. Morgan Chase, Disney. There's just like large cap companies, blue chip that pay a
Okay.
dividend.
I like it.
Not
I
a
like
lot
it.
of volatility. It's
Right.
just safe.
Speaking of volatility, the next stock we need to bring up is Snapchat, because Snapchat fell 39%,
Sheesh.
On
I
the
think
most
40%.
39.08% to be exact, on the most recent trading day. And this is because Snapchat missed earnings. They were expected to post a profit. They actually reported a loss of EPS, and they lowered guidance for the upcoming quarters due to unpredictable circumstances in the ad tech space. They don't know how much people are going to be spending on advertisements, so they lowered their guidance. And in result, this also affected other stocks like Facebook, Google, and Amazon, which also took off billions of dollars of market cap from these companies.
$100 billion.
$100 billion altogether. So Snapchat, what is your guys' views on Snapchat?
Ryan, you go first.
I just think it's crazy how they reported, and like you said, $100 billion in market cap was lost in one day.
From all the companies,
Yeah.
not just
No,
Snapchat.
everything.
in one day, just because Snapchat reported, they lowered guidance. They said we don't know what the future's going to bring.
I think it's crazy how Snapchat can affect those other companies like Facebook or Google, because Facebook or Google, those are way bigger businesses. Those aren't those are not as reliant on ads as Snapchat is. People are going to spend money on Facebook and Google before they spend money on Snapchat. That's the difference.
Well, but ads still go through each and every single one of them, though.
Yes, that's true. That's true. But Facebook is not going to suffer as much as Snapchat will when businesses stop spending money on advertisements.
Well, I mean, it's still a big loss.
But it still could be a loss to Facebook too. Yeah, it still could hurt their business. But a business like Facebook, they have different streams of income, right? They're selling Oculuses, they have Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, WhatsApp.
They're Meta now. Yeah.
They're Meta, right? So they're building out the metaverse. They got tons of other things. They're not reliant on this one small stream of income like that.
Now, I think that's the big difference between Facebook and Snapchat.
Yeah.
Snapchat is a very niche community. It's usually just have one thing.
Right.
It's not anything that's branching out, doing different
Yeah,
things. at all.
Snapchat just has the app right now.
Yeah, and plus the people are going down. People are not using Snapchat as much as they did probably like in 2016-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So all that's going down. People are going to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Okay,
It's all
now
on one.
a couple years ago, we saw Snapchat hit similar prices. It went down to under $5 a share back in 2018. Now the stock is under $10. Do you guys see it getting back to around a $70 price point ever at any point in the
No.
future?
Not for a long
No.
time.
Never?
No,
Not for a long time.
Interesting.
I don't see it. But I do
Interesting.
know Snapchat's trying some new features out too. I think they have like a Snapchat Gold thing going on.
Snapchat
That's
Premium
what I was
going
to say.
Yeah.
We see more companies doing the subscription model.
Yeah.
Snapchat's going to start charging for subscription as well as Netflix. Well, no, Netflix not. I
No.
guess Netflix is starting the ads. They're going to start putting
Yeah,
ads.
Yeah.
Netflix is going to have a half off price, but they're going to give you ads
Oh, okay.
to try to entice more viewers.
Right.
Yeah.
But back to Snapchat though, like I know Snapchat had that crazy valuation because they
Yeah.
had such a crazy like
They
influx.
were adding so many users.
Yeah,
on it,
yeah, that's
right?
the thing.
They had a crazy start.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yes.
starting point was like so high, and then everything just went down after
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because there's like no growth at all. So-
Okay.
Yeah. It's like they're not making any money. It's just they had that insane growth. But
Yeah.
it's like, what are they going to do with all that growth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think Snapchat has ever reported a profitable quarter.
Well,
I don't
maybe.
think so. I
I
don't think
that-
so.
But I
I
know
wouldn't be too shocked though.
I know the last few quarters, Facebook reported like decline in user.
Yeah.
No,
100
I don't think so.
100%. I know for a fact.
Yeah, they lost money.
I think back in 2021, I think one quarter for Facebook, it was a decline.
In user growth. Now I don't know about the revenue. I'm sure they make
Yeah, not revenue, but in like
user growth.
I don't know about that. I find that hard to believe. And if we look here, we can see it looks pretty consistent and it keeps going up. Q4 2021, 2.9 billion users. Q1 of this year, 2.9 billion users. It's up.
Wait, scroll up. Number of monthly active Facebook users. This first quarter.
2.9 billion. So it's
Check-
actually,
Check 2020. Actually, it has been
this
going
is
up.
2022.
Check 2020.
I know that they
at the
report
line.
this week, so you'll find out.
Yeah.
Same with the Google report this
Next
week.
social media company I want to bring up is Twitter.
Oh yeah,
I don't use Twitter.
Let's talk about that. I heard
Twitter's
they're-
my favorite.
I heard
so
they're going to court in October. So
October
yeah.
for Elon Musk.
Yes.
So me and him having a big debate. I believe after the Elon and Twitter, I guess divorce, what it is. They
That's
were
a
they
good,
really
way, that's a good
married?
way to describe it. That's a good way to describe
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So he thinks Elon Musk is gonna walk away, not have to do anything, pay anything at all. I'm thinking he's gonna pay Twitter probably like around 12 to 15 billion. So, what do you think that how is this gonna be solved with Elon Musk and Twitter?
I'm really not sure because he's made the statement, "I'm gonna buy Twitter." Twitter price or Twitter stock shot up, and then he backed out of it. I'm really not sure, like how the courts are gonna settle it, because he can't just say, "I'm gonna do this."
I
And then,
know.
Yeah,
So maybe he'll pay a fine.
I'm really not sure.
Maybe he'll pay a
He
fine.
probably will.
But
the fine's gonna be 10 to 15.
that seems kind of high, but we'll see.
It's not gonna be cheap. I don't know.
And actually, it's good for Twitter because
Okay.
well, the original price is around 40 something, right? 44.
I think it went to like high 40s, but now it's back
Yeah,
to low.
and now if you look at Twitter now, they're evaluated like around 25 to 28 billion dollar range. So that's much. Hey, they still get 15 billion. That's still a lot of money for them.
Now would you buy Twitter stock?
I already did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Are you happy with your investment?
I think I'm good now. Like, check where it's at now, because I bought it like right after all the news happened. So it went
Well,
down.
but before Elon bought it.
No, right before when he fell out with it, he said, "No, I'm buying it." I
What
bought
price?
Oh, okay.
it. I think I bought it at around 35. Actually, no, 32 ish.
Oh, that's the bottom. 32 is the bottom. It's at 39. It's at $40 now.
Yeah, baby.
there you
Yeah,
go.
baby. Okay,
Take it
now
to the bank.
we are going to introduce a new segment. Me and Josh have been talking about this for a couple of weeks. We're going to start a new segment debuting on this episode where we take two different stocks that are in the same industry and we debate a bull case and a bear case for the stocks. So in this matchup, we are going to be having Pinterest versus Etsy. So what are your guys' opinions on these two companies, and would you consider investing in them?
Go first.
I know nothing about them.
What do you know about Pinterest? Do you know what Pinterest is?
Yeah, people like post like pictures of their tattoos and people
Yes.
like
Okay, well-
like art and shit like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, they also do that, but the one thing I do like about Pinterest too, not only they have a whole bunch of pictures, but like for some reason it's like such a great have just to scroll through and look at many things like such as
Yeah.
tattoos, but also look for different houses that have different inspiration with it too.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I like about Pinterest. I usually go for all my wallpapers, things like that. Go look through houses, cars,
And your like wallpaper for your room or your phone?
wallpaper for anything.
Okay, now what about Etsy?
Etsy, I think, is one thing that's even Pinterest too, because a whole bunch of different creators post on Pinterest. But I think even Etsy, even more, it all is with like the people who are putting stuff on there to purchase.
Yeah.
So
I think Etsy is a stronger business model.
It
Etsy is a marketplace. Pinterest not so much.
Wait, yeah. How are these stocks even related? They're not
They're
really.
they're similar.
somewhat,
They're
yeah,
similar.
So I could sell stuff on Pinterest.
Yes. Well, what people do is you post stuff on Pinterest as like your news feed, and then you can like tag links and stuff in it.
links, yeah.
But once again, not as good as Etsy.
That's the one thing they actually kind of go both hand in hand too.
That's what I was gonna say. It wouldn't be a bad idea for those companies to merge.
That'd be nice.
But I think Etsy has the upper hand. Etsy has more of a strong business model. Pinterest is like they're lucky if they're gonna make any money.
Yeah,
So-
because nowadays there's no stores. Like there's barely any stores. Like most of
Yeah.
the people are selling stuff. They're selling stuff
Online.
online to different people from different states to different countries.
Yeah.
And most of the time, people use Facebook Marketplace or Etsy. They're like one and two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So-
Amazon.
Shopify.
Amazon as well too. A
Right.
little bit of eBay as well too.
And eBay too.
Yeah, but I like Etsy. I like Etsy.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool because I'm actually really pro creator, pro.
Oh,
Pro-
okay.
Have you bought stuff on Etsy?
What did I last thing I bought from Etsy? I think I bought a pair of shoes from off Etsy. I think like around 2-3 years ago. I bought some Jordans off Etsy.
You like them?
I like them. Yeah,
They were new, not used.
brand new.
Okay. Now in our next segment, we're gonna create a new
Oh,
Ryan.
oh.
What?
Didn't you try selling shoes online?
Shoes?
Yeah, you sold some shoes online, didn't you?
No.
Oh, they were socks.
I sold socks. But okay, Ryan, are you familiar with DraftKings?
Yeah, the sports gambling.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a segment a little bit different. This is what's gonna, regardless of what your guys' opinions are, you are going to argue the side for the bear case of DraftKings. You are gonna argue the bull side. Okay. Start.
Go Ryan. I want you to go.
So
first.
I'm against the stock.
You're against the stock.
Yeah.
Now give a couple reasons on why it's a bad investment.
Why is it a bad investment?
Why could DraftKings be a realistic bad investment for the next couple of years?
Actually, I'll go first because
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
let me start my argument first because I'm a gambler myself.
I'm kind of with you too. Like I'm kind of bullish on it.
yeah,
All right. I'll try to think of stuff. But go ahead. Go, Josh.
but no, the one thing that I love about sports, I do sports gamble, I do things like that. But the one thing about it is every time you turn on the TV, watch any type of sports game, you watch the news, a commercial pops up. What's down the ticker? The plus minuses things. It's like why? Like people want us to be addicted to gambling.
Yeah.
now. Like gambling is like now a part of sports. Like you can't even bring up sports without bringing up sports gambling and things like that. And it usually has been the case like past I don't know how many long years, but like it usually has been like more so. Hey, I got $10. Let's bet on games. Just me and you with friends. But now it's become like such a mainstream thing to have a different parlays,
Yeah.
different picks, stuff
Right.
like that. Like we're like myself. I'm in like 4 different discords for betting now. Like that's never been my life before. Besides like the last 2 years since it got popular. So I
Those are
think
some excellent points. Now, Ryan, please provide your bear case for DraftKings.
What I was thinking was Vegas never loses, but there is a chance that Vegas loses because like it's not guaranteed money. It's like they still have risks that they
Okay.
have to do. It's like the over under some of the parlays hit.
and I will say I have seen someone win 35,000 off Twitter.
And here's a good one. Every time you sign up for DraftKings, it's like here's $100 for signing up. Your first bet is risk free.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
else? It's like refer a friend. Here's $100. It's like they're giving away money. Are they really
That's
making
true.
that much money?
They're an unprofitable company.
Yeah. How are they losing money? Are they losing the bets?
Because they're giving away a lot of stuff. They're spending a whole lot on advertising. Look at all the advertisements you've seen.
That's the big thing, the advertisement. I think because of they're losing money now is because
Yeah.
of advertisement.
Yeah.
But I think now sports betting is going to become more mainstream now. It's
Yeah.
becoming more mainstream.
It's becoming more mainstream.
After each and every month, the advertisement money is going to go down a little bit more.
Right, and that what's going to happen is the ads are going to go down as you have less players. Right now, there's so much competition with Win Bets and
Yeah.
DraftKings
Yeah,
and
there's so
FanDuel.
many.
There's so many. So when that comes down, where it's like, okay, we don't have to compete with all these companies, then they're not going to have to spend as much.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. They don't have to spend as much money getting them on that app.
Yeah.
Compared to like Caesars or some of the other ones you said.
Yeah, and plus they have to get contracts with different leagues like NFL, NBA,
Yeah,
different teams.
You could bet on bicycling and video games.
Exactly.
You could crazy stuff you could bet on.
So as
Tennis?
of earlier this year, DraftKings has 2 million monthly paying customers.
That's going to be going up soon, I think. I think it's going to be going up.
Yeah, I could see it going up.
Yeah, but this is a great conversation we having, fellas. We're going to take a quick break here with Stock Talk with Josh and Eagle. Don't go anywhere, y'all. We will be back. Hey, y'all. What's up? We are back here with Stock Talk with Josh and Nico, joined today by our guest, Ryan, friend of the show. Ryan, thanks again for coming back on this episode. So, Nico, let's start this off. What's the next topic we got?
Our next topic is going to be Coinbase. And Coinbase was recently sued in allegations that they had insiders doing insider trading.
Good.
However, Coinbase comes back to the SEC over this insider trading case and says that none of the tokens that it lists are securities because they are not regulated like something like a stock is, right? So that's their argument. And I saw the way they came out with this was just like this blog post on their website. They came out and just said, these are not securities and blah blah blah. You can't sue us. So that's what they're coming back with. But I mean, I think another thing too is the insiders. They made 1.5 million. That's not that much. Most insiders make like $1 billion or something when they do it.
Well,
so
that is sort of a lot for a company that just started.
For one quarter?
No, that's not that much.
For 1 quarter?
$1.5 million. Coinbase is a $1 billion company. Why would you risk all that? They're going to go to jail now for $1 million.
Good for them.
Yeah. So, because why this is special is because this is the first time this happened in the crypto market, right? Mm-hmm. This is a common thing in stocks, but it's never happened before with crypto because crypto is these tokens are different. It's not the same thing as a stock, but I would still consider this insider trading because it still is. It's the same principle of they have information before the public does, and they make tons of money from doing that. So that's our first piece of news. And unfortunately, this is a stock I own, and so in the short term, this is not good. This is not good at all. But in the long term, I think Coinbase will come back. They have over 50 million users on the platform. I think crypto is going to be here to stay, and I think Coinbase is going to be one of the main players in the space.
This is the one thing I want to say. It's time to regulate cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I agree.
It needs to be regulated.
However they can. Things like Bitcoin and Ethereum, you can't. That's the whole point of crypto is that it's deregulated. But
I believe all the other cryptocurrency that people are just suddenly making, that needs to be demolished.
It's like a scam. Yeah,
it is a scam.
It's a joke.
Some of the celebrities too and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, why are people buying a LeBron James? Well, I'm just saying
you
the
would
name.
buy it.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
No, I would not.
Yes, you would.
I'm saying LeBron James would do a cryptocurrency. People would just buy it. Like, what? Like, I think it's just a straight up scam, and people need to just stop doing that, man. And that's why I say it needs to be regulated. Because a lot of people are getting hurt. Like, even look at Bitcoin ETH. They're down huge since the past year. Like, look how they have fallen.
Yeah, almost all the cryptos.
To different stocks.
All the
compared
cryptos.
to just stocks. Even though stocks are down huge. But Bitcoin takes a huge, I don't know, what's that? What's the huge loss they had? Like 60? No, it was around 50?
It was at 67. It's at 23 now.
Yeah, 60 to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Ethereum has been coming back, though.
60%.
Ethereum went from under 1,000 to now it's at 1,700. So Ethereum, they're coming back.
People need to be, even with stocks too, but even more careful with crypto.
But yeah, I agree. It is a risky thing, and it's not fair that these scams are coming out like this. So, but
I will say I think a good time period, like say by next year, the government say we're regulating all cryptocurrency. Dogecoin has to go. What's the other ones? Any other one besides Bitcoin?
Could
ETH?
you imagine imagine if the U.S. government made their own crypto, which there's been talks. Imagine what would happen if they banned or they stopped the use of Bitcoin or Ethereum. Imagine what would happen to the prices of that. That would be crazy.
They will go to zero.
Pretty much.
They will go to zero.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know why the government would make it crypto when we have the dollar already. Why would they make a second currency?
Because
it makes no sense.
Well, it does though, because as far as with the blockchain, that technology is probably going to be here to stay. We just don't know what actual currency is going to be on the blockchain.
I mean, well, cash is already digital. If you think
cash
about
is already digital, right? So that's what I think about sometimes. Like when you do Apple Pay, that almost is just like a.
It is like a Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's like a Bitcoin. But okay, that aside, I want to move on to this next topic, which is something that Josh brought up about Jeff Bezos, and That is that a Jeff Bezos-backed Arrived Homes, which is one of his companies, acquired another $23 million worth of single-family rental homes as the number of active investors doubles. Arrived
Rent.
Homes finds and acquires single-family rental properties, then offers shares of the properties to investors through it. So it's like a crowdfunding.
It's like a REIT.
Yeah, crowd share.
Realty Investment Trust.
Yes, it's like
Yeah.
that. But the difference is, because I've tried doing this, when you go on some of these websites to, let's say if I want to invest in some big property that's $1 million, you have to be a accredited investor. You have to either have over $1 million in assets or make like at least $250,000 a year. So since I can't do that, maybe something like this would be better. So this is saying it allows people to invest that are non-accredited investors.
And it also brings more people to the housing industry.
A minimum investment of $100. That's all you need.
As a down payment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To invest in these properties. You know what I mean?
As a shareholder?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got like a piece of it.
The company handles the management of the properties. Well, this is just like DoorVest. This is what I told you about before. I was going to do DoorVest. You have to invest $30,000 with them, though, in order to invest to get that rent. The thing with DoorVest, though,
$100 investing.
but see, DoorVest does the same thing where they take care of the property for you. You don't have to do anything. You just give them your money, and they pay you a cut for doing nothing. So the company handles the management of the properties while investors collect their share of the rental income and wait for the property to appreciate in value.
Yeah, as dividend. Yeah.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
It's
I'm going to sign up right now.
It's
I'm buying something right now.
It's literally a Realty Investment Trust.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. But it's different.
It is.
No, it is.
But it's not a stock, though. It's not a stock.
Yeah, you could put $100
But yeah, you're right.
as a shareholder.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I'd rather just own or something or WPC,
Okay, I'm
some of the other
doing this.
REITs.
I'm buying it right now. $100 I can invest in these houses.
You can buy the Loretta.
I'm buying the Dolly in Nashville. It's trending.
Wait, so you don't think this is a good idea?
No. All right.
What?
So there's a stock called Realty Investment
Yeah.
Trust. It's the biggest REIT
Yeah.
in America. They own the lots for like Walgreens, AMC's.
Okay.
Basically, they own the land, and all these large cap companies they pay this the company, this REIT, monthly
So
income.
what's wrong with that?
So it's a REIT. So 90% of its income has to go to shareholders.
Paid out in dividends.
As a dividend.
Yeah.
So basically, if you buy you collect this rental income, and you do nothing.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
But here's the thing. The thing with is the dividend's not that high. It's only 4 or 5%.
That's good.
That's good,
Yeah.
but it's not as good as a lot of other ones.
Yeah, but those are they dilute the shares every year.
You might be right. You might have a point.
But O's the biggest one with the largest market cap.
Yeah,
and
because
it's the safest one.
I just checked this the other day. All the other ones that have over $100 billion of market cap, they're paying dividends of like 2%. So that one might be pretty good because that's a giant one, and it's paying, I think it's over 4%. But there's other ones. There's one called Medical Properties Trust. That pays 6%. And the one that I own is Arbor Realty Trust. That's a super small company, $2 billion only, but they pay a 10% dividend. So there's some options out there.
I mean, there's hundreds of them out there. They all do the same thing. They manage their property, and then whatever they get, they have to give to shareholders.
Well, this one has Jeff's name on it.
This
so.
is different, though. This is different because this is you.
This one is different because it has Jeff's name on it.
Yes, but no, this is different because you're investing in a specific property. You can say that's the house I own 1/10 of that house, and when it appreciates, I gain from it, and I get a fraction of the rental income. With a stock, it's not the same. They could dilute the shares. There's a bunch of different factors. This is a different story.
All right, so did he sign up for it already?
I'm going to sign up as soon as we log off.
All right. So now on to the next topic. Nico, what you got?
Well, you added something on here about the semiconductor chip bill. I have not read into that, but what can you tell us?
So I think by the time it's on Monday or Tuesday, so the week of the 25th, we should know.
That's Monday.
Yeah. So the week of 25th to like the 29th, I guess we should all know the bill that's going to be going passed by the Senate or Congress or whatever.
So the legislation includes $52 billion to subsidize chip manufacturing and research and tens of billions more for science and tech spending.
So it's actually going to be paying companies just to build more chips here in this country.
In America? That's good. That's good.
Yeah, but Block did once already.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Now, see, I know TSM. I think they're the world's largest. They made a factory here, I want to say, last year. Then Ryan just told me today that what other company?
Intel is building a huge plant in Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know Intel's been lobbying for this bill to be passed.
So
I mean, all of the big companies are lobbying for it, though.
So after months of debate and setbacks, the legislation resembles the U.S. Innovation and Competition Act, which is the original form of the bill intended to boost U.S. competitiveness against China, which cleared the Senate. The Senate is scheduled to hold a vote Monday on the new legislation, blah, blah, blah. Much of the $52 billion will go to chip manufacturers to incentivize construction of domestic factories to produce the components, which are the brains that power all modern electronics. You know what's interesting? I told him this earlier. Some guy on TikTok said that the chip shortage is fake. He said that that's fake news and that there's actually not a chip shortage.
It is a chip shortage, though.
He said they just made that up so that more cars sell.
And now you're getting your news from TikTok?
But you know,
I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying it's just an idea.
the problem with that theory is not only cars, though.
No, it's not. But he's saying, like, look at TVs. He said TVs are cheap.
Because we don't need like you. Okay, like how many TVs does one person need?
Is this the same guy on TikTok?
Well, look, this the Washington Post says the global shortages of the chips have hobbled all types of manufacturing, forcing automakers to cut production and driving up prices for cars and other goods.
Well, I know Ford plant was shut down for a couple days because like they couldn't get the chips. And then when you buy a new car, you only get one key fob because they don't have the chips to make 2 key fobs. How crazy is that?
Yeah, but that bill needs to pass because
yeah, I know.
Like as we become more advanced as human beings on this country, or not even.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Chip manufacturing giants, including Intel and TSMC, have already said they are counting on receiving some of the U.S. Subsidies to help finance factory constructions in Ohio and in Arizona.
A nice stimulus, yeah. But no, we need it because, like,
hey, Purdue. Last week, Minnesota-based chipmaker Skywalk Technology and Purdue said they intend to win part of the funding to help finance a $1.8 billion factory in West Lafayette, Indiana. That's cool.
They all want the
For
stimulus.
what company?
For Skywater. Is that? Let's see. Can we invest in that?
It's not Skyworks.
No,
Skywater,
but I used to own that.
Skyworks, baby.
Skywater Semiconductors. Let's see. Is that a stock? No.
Is it a
Oh,
stock?
wait. Maybe it is. Yeah, it is.
There you go.
They're traded?
It's got to be a tiny company.
What's the market cap?
It's got to be tiny. Let's see. It's only $500 million.
That might be a good buy if that bill passes, though.
You're right.
That might be a good.
That's a great point. Let's see how much they do in revenue. Oh, they're a money-losing company. They did $160 million in. Yeah, they lose money though, but $160 million a year in. That's not good. We don't want that. We don't like loser companies.
Yeah, but like I said, that bill that does look pretty bad. But I will say, if the bill passed and they get the facility, it should go up then.
You're right. You are right. You are right. The facility would most likely make chips for the auto industry, medical device manufacturers, aerospace customers, and Department of Defense.
There you go.
Or maybe it's just supply and demand. It's like we make so much, lowers the value of them. Could be a wash.
People need cars more than they need TVs.
I don't know about that.
Yes, they do. You have a phone.
Not the people who don't have a job and like to sit at home and just want to watch TV all day.
You have a phone.
Yeah, that's true.
You have a phone. You have a computer.
Or you could buy a Tesla and you could watch the TV in your car.
You do that
Okay,
too.
next up on our list, we have. This one is interesting. Josh brought this up. I have not heard about this. General Electric is splitting into 3 companies. I
Yeah.
have not heard this.
Yeah,
Announced its plan to form 3 investment-grade, industry-leading global public companies focused on the growth sectors of aviation, healthcare, and energy. That's good. That's a great idea because all 3 of those are huge industries. They're probably gonna. All 3 of those companies will probably be strong.
But I want to know how one will affect the other too.
I know.
Like, does
No,
one
what's-
go all the way down and the
What's
other
interesting?
two go down too?
I listened to a podcast when Kellogg's did this a couple months ago. It was interesting.
Kellogg did this as well.
It was
yeah.
interesting to see it's weird to see like where do the executives pick to go? Like if the CEO says, "Oh, I'm going to work on the aviation side," well then that's kind of a sign that the aviation side probably has more upside, you know? Or like what was the initial reason why are they splitting these 3 up? Does one have more upside or is, you know? It's like there's got to be a reason that they did this.
But I feel like if one had more upside, I would rather keep them together because they make me all 3. Like that one is gonna bring all of them up.
It must mean they, you know, they're getting too big and they need to be separate. So you know, something like that. But at least one of them has to have more potential than the other.
I mean, if you're a shareholder, you probably get a certain percentage of one company versus the other.
Right. Oh, so the name of the aviation business that will essentially be the remaining core of GE, headed by CEO Larry Culp, will be called GE Aerospace. The energy wing will be called GE Vernova. The healthcare will be GE Healthcare. I think all 3 of those can be strong investments, to be honest. There's something else I want to look up, too.
Well, real quick, we're going to take another last break on here with Stock Talk with Josh and Nico. Also with our guest, Ryan. So don't go anywhere, y'all. We will be back here at Stock Talk with Josh and Nico. All right, y'all, what's up? We are back here at Stock Talk with Josh and Nico. So we are going to just get this started. Ryan, what's up? We got a question for you, my man.
What's up, Josh?
Nico, what's the question?
The next topic I want to bring up is about Boeing and Virgin Galactic. So I used to own Boeing. I sold it during the pandemic, made some money. But I do own Virgin Galactic, unfortunately. I started buying the stock at $40. Today it's like $8. So
You're crazy.
not a great investment.
I will say I did make one boo-boo with Virgin Galactic.
Did you
I
not
sold
sell
it early. I sold it too early.
for a plus, right?
Barely, but I could have sold it because you bought it at 44. I had it at like 20-something.
Yeah.
So I sold it.
But the good news here is that Virgin Galactic announced a deal with Boeing to build an additional aircraft called the Mothership. Okay, so it says space tourism company Virgin Galactic on Wednesday announced a deal to build 2 additional carrier aircraft. And I mean, this is a great sign because Virgin Galactic is like this new startup company that's like kind of risky. Boeing is the complete opposite. They're safe. They have tons of experience.
Well, I wouldn't say safe, but yeah.
I wouldn't say safe actually because they've killed some people in the last couple of years from
That's
planes
not funny
crashing.
though, but yeah.
But I guess they're not.
They're an established company.
They're
that
established.
That
not,
most people have heard of before.
Not
yeah.
necessarily safe, but are you guys going on a trip to? You guys want to go on a trip to?
Absolutely not.
No, you don't want to do it.
No, I like this planet right here.
Maybe I'll go.
Would he be like one of the first
Ryan went
persons,
skydiving, so he would probably do it.
I'll do
I
it.
could never go skydiving.
It's fun.
But no, I'm saying like, would you be like the first person ever? Like, say we're gonna have about 20 people, first of the public to go. Would he do it?
I would do it. I would have to like.
And I'm talking about like going to space, not like what Jeff Bezos did when he like flew across for like 10 minutes.
I would have to do some research. You know what I mean, so I see where I am in life. Am I like? I'm gonna be like, fuck it, yeah, I'll go. I have nothing better on this planet.
Okay.
It has to be like one of those, like psychological.
Like if I die, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I already did everything I need to do.
Yeah, one of those.
Nico, would you go if Elon went?
Potentially.
What?
I'm kind of on your side though, as far as I kind of would wait a little bit. I wouldn't want to be the first one to hop on there.
I like this planet.
I'm
having a good time over here.
As of 2 days ago, major cruise line drops the vaccine requirement from U.S. ports.
That's big. They should did that 2 months ago, though.
I heard it's my stock, Carnival Cruise Line. I heard they missed earnings or something.
That wouldn't be too.
So that's not good.
I mean, when I went on Carnival Cruise, it was just you just had to show the vaccine and get on. That's it.
Oh.
No mask, nothing. No. It was
Oh,
all-
so you went on a. When's the last time you went on a cruise?
I went on a Carnival for the first time.
It had to be like a year ago.
It was this year, earlier.
No, it was like 2 months ago.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had it in 2022, right?
Yeah,
So how's that experience then?
it was fun. I'll probably go once a year. I'm not in any kind of big rush to go back.
Really?
Yeah,
That's still a lot. Once a year.
it was fun. It was fun. A lot of people.
Oh, you still have to provide a COVID test to get
Yeah.
on there.
So like, what? It was just a COVID test. You didn't have to be vaccinated at all.
Oh, you do have to be vaccinated.
No, all you need is a negative test. They always change it on the website.
It still requires pre-cruise COVID test taken no more than 2 days before your cruise,
A
and
test.
that all guests
He said
age
test.
12 and over provide proof of vaccination.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. I'm not gonna ask if you got the vaccine because I really don't care.
I got it.
Okay. Well, did they ask for your vaccine card?
They did.
Okay. So yeah, you need to be vaccinated.
But not
But
for
not-
everyone. Not for all the companies. This company says they took it away.
And what company is that?
Virgin, it's the one Richard Branson owns.
Okay.
So Virgin Voyages. Same guy that owns Virgin Galactic.
Never heard of that one, but yeah,
I know. They're
that's a
probably-
funny name.
Does his ships go to space too? His cruises?
that would be cool.
Yes. Oh, that
Well,
would be nice.
maybe instead of going up, they sink.
Or maybe he builds a submarine that you can go like underwater on top
and
of
then
the.
go back.
You
up
could
to
cruise,
space.
go in space, come back down in the water. That would be awesome.
Yeah, but with them dropping, it's just be like I think kind of like a desperation thing, kind of.
Right, they
'Cause
want
they
the
want
business.
more people,
They want
yeah.
the business. I mean, you might as well do it. The airlines don't require it.
That was crazy what the airlines did, but yeah.
You know what's interesting? I've been realizing a lot lately. You know what stock I'm going to buy?
Oh no.
Because when I've been doing all these rides to the airport, I've taken over 100 people.
People are going to the airport.
People are traveling, but what I'm getting at is that I'm starting to see what airlines people choose, right? So United and American are like,
Top two.
there's some. No, not top two. There's some.
I know what you're gonna say. Delta.
No, not Delta.
Southwest?
Southwest? Yeah.
Southwest is by far the most preferred.
That's my grandma's favorite.
So that makes me want to buy Southwest stock because if that's what everyone picks, people will have like when I go to Midway in the mornings, 5 a.m., 7 a.m. For Midway, there's only 7-8 airlines you could get there. Every single car is at Southwest. Every single car. They all go to Southwest Airlines. At O'Hare, it's a little bit different because O'Hare is kind of busy all over. But still, people have like a strong loyalty to Southwest. So I might have to buy that stock soon.
That's my grandma's favorite airline.
Is it?
LUV.
I mean, I don't really understand why, because it's not like it's super cheap.
I think
it's because they don't charge you for a bag.
That's what it is. It
That's
all
what-
depends on like different features. Because I think Delta has like a free something. I'd like the
A free
different
meal.
I don't know about a meal, but like those,
Free,
like
free,
those,
free chips
yeah, but like those deals and bonuses kind of like make it break.
It's a $400 flight, but you get a free bag of chips.
and peanuts.
So let's see. Southwest was $55 a share last summer. Today it's $40.
About 2 years ago, it was like 70.
Bottomed out at $35 last month. So,
And they used to have a dividend. LUV.
they used to have a dividend. Not. See, that's weird. So I mean, these airlines and the cruise stocks, they should be coming back. They should be paying the dividends. They should drop the COVID vaccine.
But they have a lot of
requirement.
expenses though. Planes cost a lot.
And oil is a fortune
Yeah.
right now, but it's coming down.
Disney, Boeing, and Wyndham to bring the dividend back. Not
They
yet.
didn't, no.
Neither Carnival. Not yet.
Yeah. What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah,
Tragic.
but I kind of want to go on a cruise now.
It was fun. It wasn't that expensive.
Oh, if you want to go on a cruise, I give you my free tickets.
That was just crazy.
Because
Free tickets where?
Because CCL, since I own the stock, they give me $500 worth of free tickets if I want it.
Give it to me.
You can have it. Because
Okay,
I'm not
thank you.
going.
Wait, CCL. What kind of cruise is that?
Carnival.
Carnival Cruise Line, the world's largest.
Oh, I'm going on a cruise.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Go
Well,
ahead.
you don't wanna
I
go.
don't really want to go, so I'll sell you the tickets.
It's kind of bad because I don't know how to swim. So what if it goes
Oh,
down?
God.
Have you seen the TikTok where like I think it was a Carnival. The one caught on fire, and the other one.
No.
There's another TikTok where like the girl's like, I hear water, like, I hear water like next to me, and the ship was actually sinking.
Oh my
What?
God.
Yeah.
Wow. Titanic.
Jesus.
21st century.
Yeah, whatever. But let's get back on topic though. What's the next topic we got?
So that's all the topics for today. Thank you for watching Stock Talk with Josh and Nico.
Wait, before we go, Ryan, if we're all out of
Wait,
time,
Nico, why are you in such a rush to end the podcast?
Well, we're going out, and I want to get there.
But first, real quick, Ryan, though, we do want to know what's some stocks that you're into now.
Yeah. I'm
So-
curious.
So recently, my favorite stock, MO, Altria, my new favorite, not Bazoon. I have a new favorite.
Okay.
So this
I will say before you bring it up,
I have
little
a
bit
stock
more,
to
talk
ask you about, too.
But before you talk about it, don't remember. Try not to be too happy excited because you know. how
don't
you
buy
will-
it. Not a recommendation.
Yeah.
No, I want to ask you, what is your bullish case on Citi?
Citibank,
Citibank. Or what is it called? Citi.
Citigroup,
Ci-
Citibank,
Citigroup.
same thing.
Okay, what's your bullish case? What makes you prefer that over like American Express or Chase or some
Well,
of
I
these
know
other
compared to Bank of America, J.P. Morgan, Morgan Stanley,
Goldman Sachs?
it's like I think it's like the fifth largest. It's like market cap. It's like the fifth
Okay.
smallest, and it's just been on a. It has been. It's been like on a. Like the stock
Like a
price
decline?
has been on a decline, yeah, and the yield,
Down 23% for the year.
the dividend yield's been looking attractive, and I have a Costco credit card, and then it's right on front Citibank. So
Dividend yield of 4%. That's good. That's not bad.
Well, before earnings, they had almost a 5%
Oh, really?
yield, and that's good for
Oh,
a major bank.
It just
Yeah.
jumped. It just went from what 40. It just went from $44 to 52.
Not
And
bad.
yeah, you're right. Market cap of 100 billion. That's big. That's strong. PE ratio of only a 6.
Mhm.
That's cheap.
And then Warren Buffett bought a bunch. He did.
Warren?
Yeah, Berkshire.
This says Citigroup likes China stocks. Economy is turning the corner. Interesting.
Yeah, but you asked me what stocks I bought recently. I bought some Mo. I added.
Which one is that? You said some.
It's Marlboro. They like sell cigarettes.
That's Altria.
Altria.
Why did you buy a cigarette company?
I was thinking about buying it.
Because all right, so they pay 80% of their revenue to shareholders.
Jesus.
So
No.
I do
No, they
nothing.
don't.
I think it's
80% of their profits. Maybe.
It's something like that.
And when I checked it last time, they were paying out more in dividends than they were making.
No,
so
that's
it
not
was
true.
not.
That's
okay,
not
we're
true.
gonna look it up right now.
Oh no.
It's got to be true though, because this is my problem with tobacco companies. Who's really smoking cigarettes now?
Well, people smoke.
I know a lot of people that smoke
People smoke.
every day.
Okay, people stopped for like a good 20 years. People kind of came back because of Juul, stuff like that. But all that's banned now.
Right, that was the other thing. When that stock dropped a couple weeks ago, it was because that Juul case came out.
Yeah,
what's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so it was in 2018 when Juul got banned, and they've been writing. It was like the FDA. Whatever the FDA took it off the market, they took it off from the market in 2018 or 2019.
Okay,
in one of those years, and it finally got permanently banned. They finally approved it.
Good.
Okay.
So, but they've been writing it off on the balance sheet since 2018, 2019.
Okay, so you're right. So here we have. Over the past year, they did $8.4 billion in operating cash flow, and they paid dividends of $6.5. So you're right, 80% of profits.
But the reason I like it though is if you buy it right now, you get like an 8% yield on like dividends. So if you throw $1,000 in there, you'll get $80 a year for doing nothing. If you throw $10,000 in there, you'll get $800 a year.
That's really good.
And you do nothing. Well, I bought it in 2018, and the dividend was a lot lower. But every year they increase the dividend. The share price doesn't really move. It kind of stays the same. But if you just keep reinvesting the dividends, it's going to go up. It's just literally a snowball. Getting bigger and bigger.
To his point, the real question is, when will tobacco sales not be a thing?
Well, every year they report a decline, but they raise the prices, so it's like the revenue just stays consistent.
It looks like it stays at $21 billion.
No, they know that cigarettes are on the decline, but they raise prices a little bit every year, so the revenue just slowly goes up.
Yeah, but the problem is how much can they increase the price though?
I know
they do it every year.
People are addicted.
But say it's 12. Is it like $12 now?
Well, they look at the same pack of cigarettes in Indiana versus Chicago. You're paying almost double, but people still buy them.
Yeah.
Cigarettes cost. I have no idea because
by the way, people tip.
Oh my God. The average cost pack of cigarettes is $6.28. So say if the average cost goes to $10, you still think people are going to be buying them?
Yeah,
it's addictive. It's a sin stock, and I don't smoke, but I'll get paid every 3 months for owning it.
Okay, but like I'm saying, tobacco is just a niche. Like cigarettes, they have like their own community. Where's the growth besides the people who are smoking?
No.
Exactly. It's not a growth company.
This is a perfect example. This is not a growth stock. This is a value stock. So if you buy like NVIDIA, let me explain, Nico. If you buy NVIDIA, you're expecting NVIDIA to grow 50 times every year. You're expecting this crazy growth. This is a value stock, kind of like Intel, Ford, Toyota. It's like you're expecting slow, consistent growth.
Yes, and that makes sense too, because what you said about how you feel about what's that one stock we talked about earlier? Those two stocks, your A and C.
A and C.
You're on your list. It's kind of like how you say you're going to always pick someone that's a little bit more.
Yeah, like a blue chip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the other thing. This is the wild card. They actually do have a chance of growth. The marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
When that comes out, they can start selling cigarettes and marijuana.
The problem with that, there's already a whole bunch of people that's already in marijuana.
I know, it's true.
They have
so
so
they
many
could merge. They could. Altria already has the space.
It's like an $80 billion company. They could dominate the market just like that. They already have all the supply chains. They have they know the people. They know the supply houses.
Exactly right. They already have the partnerships.
All it has to do is get legalized, put it in gas stations,
they
whatever.
got it. Yeah.
Easy.
Now, they have negative equity.
I don't know.
The company's worth.
I don't know.
What does that mean?
That means they have more debt than assets. They have more liabilities than assets. They're worth negative $1.7 billion. Negative.
Shit happens. I don't know.
All right, that's a wrap up for today. Thank you for listening.
Thank y'all, everyone.
And/or watching.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for having me.
I'm Josh, Nico, Ryan.
Ryan, baby.
Thank y'all for listening to here for episode 34 of Stock Talk with Josh and Nico. Y'all be safe out there and pray for greener days ahead. We'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Peace.